Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, this is something that I did about 2 years ago or so. It's just like a coffee talk with me, and I just kind of choose a topic or like whatever's on my mind, and I just chat with you guys while I have my morning coffee. So here I am with my coffee. Today is Today's Labor Day, so it's Monday. I'm like in high school. And yeah, I just wanted, what's been weighing on my mind, like what I've been thinking about a lot is, just like appearances, and I kind of just wanted to talk about that, like give some big sister advice, because obviously every single person probably struggles with insecurities and not loving how they look some days in comparison, and it's just really difficult. So to kick off that topic, I want to start with a little story. So this actually just happened yesterday, and I saw like a flashback of me from last year on this day, like on Snapchat. And I'm not gonna lie, I looked so good. My face looked so thin. I had like beautiful eyelashes. I was so tan. And then I see pictures of myself from like 2 and 3 years ago where I was literally so thin. Like obviously because I was a baby. I was like 14, 15. Like I was a baby. And so just seeing those like make me feel insecure about myself now. Like I'll pull up my camera and look at myself and be like, I wish I didn't have this, I wish my arms were smaller, like all this stuff, and it's like, it just doesn't matter. So anyway, after I saw my thing from 1 year ago, I was like, yeah, I wish I looked like that. But then when I think about who I was as a person and my mental state, like how happy I was was terrible. Like I was so unhappy. I was going through so much stuff, and it just like was not good. And the only thing I could go over me was that I looked good. And then when I could look now, like I'm still obviously like I look fine, but I'm also so much happier. Like I'm so close to my friends right now. I'm just genuinely happy. Like I'm doing things for myself. Like I'm just such a better person now than I was a year ago. And who I am shouldn't be measured in how I look, because obviously when I looked my best, in my mind, I was not the best version of myself. And now when I'm like the most insecure about my appearances, I'm the most happiest about my life, like seriously. And I posted on my story the other day, I was like, never have I ever in my entire life been so insecure about just my whole appearance overall. Because like when I was younger, obviously I get really, really insecure about my acne, but that was like a pinpoint. My insecurity now is like just what I look like. Like that's so sad. Like it makes me so sad that I'm always insecure about what I look like. And people can tell you that you're beautiful, and people can tell you that you're pretty. It doesn't mean anything. Obviously it's so kind, and like I appreciate everyone that says that, but you have to believe it yourself. And I remember I used to be so confident. I would be like, I am so pretty. Like I'd be pretty. Like I would think that I was pretty. I would never feel insecure about how I looked, and that has changed so much. But then it's like, okay, you might not love the way you look right now, but you love your life. So like that's what matters more. I think I'm gonna start my coffee. And I also mentioned this on my story as well, about how I feel like the reason I'm so insecure is because I see myself from years ago every single day on my Snapchat memories, on Instagram, on VSCO, and then I see all these beautiful people on social media, like Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, just like Amelia Gray, like people like that. And someone made this TikTok about Bella Hadid and like how she's gotten so much work done on her face, which like I don't care, but a thought ran through my mind that was like, I can't wait till I have enough money that I can get work done on my face. And the moment that thought raced through my mind, I was like, okay, no, that's not okay. Like I don't care if other people get work, but like for myself, I should love the way I look enough and be blessed with the way I look to never want to get work done on my face. I mean, I'm sure when I'm older I definitely will, like in some areas, but like I literally was like, maybe I should like take a picture of Kendall Jenner and then like reconstruct my whole face. And the reason I always refer to Kendall Jenner is because like people say I look like her. Anyway, it just makes me sad that those thoughts run through my head, and like probably so many other girls. And I just wish that we all just loved ourselves. And obviously it's so much easier said than done, but I think I really just need to focus and try like remind myself that it's so much better to be happy in life than to be pretty. Pretty only gets you so far. Pretty gets you through the door, and then the rest is your personality and yourself. And so I think it's better. And there's also this thing that crossed in my mind. I think that it's better that when people think about, like, if your name gets mentioned, they're like, oh my gosh, she's so funny, she's so nice, like, I love her energy and being around her, rather than, oh yeah, she's really pretty. It's like, okay, and like, your personality is so much better than the way you look. And the moment you realize that, you really stop caring about how you look. Because I'm friends with like the most gorgeous girls in the world, like seriously. So I'm never the prettiest in the room. And once you realize that, your personality shines, and like, you're so funny. Obviously those girls have great personalities too, but I'm just saying, like, when you're not the prettiest in the room, that's what I could say. You just have to be confident enough with yourself and who you are as a human being to be happy. Second thing I want to talk about is about that whole human being thing. Is y'all realize that literally this world is just full of souls? Like I don't know, it doesn't matter how you look. And I just wish that at the end of the day everyone realized that, because looks aren't everything. And obviously, like, sometimes I don't even remember that. But just the basics of life is not about looks and cosmetics and makeup. Obviously I love makeup and I think it's so fun, but I think it's more about experiences and friendships and conversations. So just don't worry so much about how you look. And I know, like, obviously you just can't say that and like you're done, you're set, but I honestly feel like my generation is we are kind of getting better at that, because on TikTok we always post about stuff like society's expectations of us and how we don't care, like, that's not realistic, that's not healthy, that's not what we want. So I think it is getting better, but it's still hard. I don't know. And I always think to myself, like, I literally thought this morning, like, what I'm saying to myself I would not say to a friend, and I would never speak to someone the way I speak to myself. So I'm just trying to be kinder to myself. It's hard though. We all know that. So I'm treating this like a therapy session, but I just think that I like watching these types of videos, and I just figured I would share with you guys and show that we all have struggles. Every single person has struggles, whether you see them or not, so just be kind to everyone. I know you guys are probably going to make fun of me now, but I watched the D'Amelio show on Hulu. It's so sad. Like, my whole life, all I said I ever wanted to be was famous. After watching that show, don't sign me up. Like, don't want it. Do not want it. They showed real comments of what people said about Charlie and Dixie. At least in every single episode, someone was telling them to kill themselves. And I was like, for what? Like, literally for what? She's 16. And I also think, like, this goes along with that. People who say mean things are envious, jealous, and insecure. I'm so sorry to say that, and if you feel attacked by that, maybe look in the mirror for a second, because if you go out of your way to tear someone else down and say things like, they're ugly, they're stupid, then yada yada yada, why are those thoughts racing through your head? Like, why are you such a negative person? Such terrible thoughts. Like, I don't get it. And I just don't get it. Like, I guess every single person has had such different experiences that, like, shape who they are today, obviously. But I don't know, I'm just like, oh, I'm so thankful for my mom, who, like, has always just embedded in me, like, always just have positive thoughts, always think positively, because what you think, you attract. Like, if you think negative things, you're going to attract negative things in life. And so, seriously, I just always try to think positive about people. Even when someone, like, does me wrong, I always try to see it from their point of view and just give them the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know, like, it just doesn't matter. And also, if people are talking about you, just think, why do they have so much time on their hands to talk about me? Like, I'm sorry, but get a life, like, move on. Like, I don't know, it's just not that big of a deal. If you're gonna waste your precious breath and words about talking negatively about someone else, then that's literally their issue. Like, that's their problem. Like, you can't do anything about that. So, yeah. But anyway, this topic's kind of all over the place, but I constantly have thoughts running through my mind, like, every single second that, like, I try to, like, record on TikTok and stuff, or, like, my private story on Snapchat, just because I'm always thinking such random thoughts. But, like, you're in that TikTok sound where it's, like, fun fact, I have never once been relaxed. I made a Snapchat thing about this, and it was, like, no, literally me, because I was driving, and I started stressing out because I didn't have themes for my bridal party and, like, engagement party. Like, I didn't have it planned out. I'm 17 with no boyfriend or, like, any potential boyfriend in the near future. And I'm dreaming about my bridal party. Like, girl, I need to take a breather. Anyway, that was just a funny story. I don't really have much else to say about this topic. So, I think I'll end off this video. But I hope you guys got something from this video and just took away that everyone has their own insecurities, their own struggles, and to not feel alone. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. So, cheers.